Hey everyone, welcome back. Judo Highlights here. And it has been a while. I haven't put out a video in a couple of weeks. Had the birth of my second child, so I haven't had much time to be making videos. But I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. And we're going to start off with Zagreb, the Grand Prix. Kind of a weird little tournament. A couple of categories didn't have that many competitors. Look at this. That is a standing kataguruma without the legs, right? Come on, let's have a look at that one more time. But yeah, as I said, kind of a weird tournament. A couple of high-level people turning up. A lot of lower-ranking seeds as well. And some good ippons all around and a couple of weird ones, just like the one I showed you. Boom! Nage, Grigolashvili. Definitely one of my new favorite judokas out there. But look at this, blue goes in for an osoto. But gets picked up, doesn't really have a lapel hand. Kind of fakes it with the ippon seoi nage, but if you go in that close against Grigolashvili, he will destroy you. Number 1 in the world right now, and just kind of walk through the competition. Quick armbar here. And he is showing everyone that there are levels to this game. Look, his ashiwaza that he's so good at. And then just casually goes into the newaza. Jumping straight on the arm. And blue, he's tapping immediately. And another nice bit of newaza here from HIFUMI. And you see this turnover more in the women's category, but seeing it more in the men's now as well. We're going to call it the Sankaku rollover. And I'm sure there's probably a name for this, Sankaku Gaishi or something like that, but as he's rolling over, blue's tapping. Another one from Grigolashvili, and his trademark seoi otoshi. He likes to drop down with that leg on the outside. And this is how we define it in Japan. Not how the Kodokan defines it, so that's a seoi otoshi. I don't know what the Kodokan's doing. They're trying to change things, trying to make things more easy, but they're just confusing everyone. I don't know. Anyway, another nice bit of newaza here, and I think this is not legal, no? It looks like a neck crank. I don't think this is a choke. I think this is a neck crank. No? Let me know in the comments. And this lovely... looks like it's going to be a one-handed sode, but turns it into an ochigari. So that's super interesting. Look at this. Goes in. Blue defends it well, but... I mean, I don't know if white does this often or not. He just kind of knew to put his leg there. It's just really good work there. Something a bit more traditional. So lovely ippon seoi nage. Had a really good grip. Look at his left hand of white. Digging deep into the elbow socket there. Just kind of killing blue's hand. Allows him to jump in there. No defense. Blue, he was holding on to him, but he wasn't doing anything with his hands. And love also the garis like this. Just the drive. Those are the best kind. Sorry, Ono Shohei, maybe he's got a unique variation of his own, but these ones look so good. And for those people who love a good makikomi, this is how you do it and don't get picked up. Look at that. Just jumps straight on it. Weight going straight down. Puts out the leg. Harai makikomi. Lightweights now, jumps in for an osoto and then just has incredible strength to get that ippon seoi nage. Look at this is crazy. So it almost looks like he's losing his balance here, but then he just manages to keep him on his back and roll him over. Really good control there by Abdulazalov. Next up we've got Vieru. And he had a pretty good day. And look at this. This is trademark. You have off-balanced your opponent. Blue just crumbled to the ground. Look at this. Fakes the kosoto and the inside. And then goes in for an ochi, but somehow gets an osoto or something. It's pretty crazy. But we'll have a look at a couple more from Vieru, because he really does use that fake kosoto to set up his amazing tai otoshi. So let's have a look at that now, but let's just take a look at his sleeve grip. the sleeve grip he has, that's really, really tight. I don't think many people are breaking that. He takes a while to set it up. Look, he's on it now. And he's just kind of, there he goes, he tightens it there. And once he's got it, I mean, that's the secret to his tai otoshi right there, is that sleeve grip and his timing. Here's another one, this time. He's got the lapel as well as the sleeve, so much more power that he's generating. And that fake kosoto, into the tai otoshi, he does it so well. That's really, really well done. Right, next up we've got one of the best counters to ippon seoi nage. It's practiced here a lot in Japan. A lot of people practice this. Just getting under their opponent, dodging it, and then rolling them over. Really, really good way to deal with seoi nage. And if you are a seoi nage specialist, you got to watch out for it. You can't just stand up like that and expect people not to do anything. So, right. So watch blue now. He sets up this opposite side sore surikomi goshi really well, just drawing a lot of attention to the opposite side. So he's got a bit of an ashiwaza there, gives him a bit of a look with a right side technique. As you can see here, he's pushing up with the hand, but then just drops in on the other side. And I think it's a really good way to deceive your opponent. But what do I know? I've never done sore surikomi goshi in my life. Can't stand that technique. This, on the other hand, this is more me. So really cutting the corner and going in for that ouchigari. Beautiful work. And left versus right, ouchigari is definitely an option we should all have in our toolkit. Look at that. So it just pulls him in close. He even pulls him in close when he gets him on the ground there. He's like, I want you tight. We're going down to the ground. Lovely bit of ashiwaza here. Deashi barai. Or deashi harai, as the Kodokan wants to call it. Why? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, a lovely foot sweep straight on his back, and a good way to go down with your opponent like that. Right, we've got a drop seoi nage this time, and doesn't really have a good grip on the sleeve. Kind of misses the elbow as he drops down there, but it's really on the up with the hips as he jumps in there deep and then just pushes them up with his hips. So great work there by the Frenchman to push through and get the ippon. Nice koshi guruma now. Kind of ends up like a little bit of a harai goshi, uchimata, but lovely grip around the back. Blue looking for a grip over the top here, but white just steps in there, breaks it off as he's going for the throw. So got to drop your elbow in there, defend these big hip throws. And look at this. So important just to get movement going, and white does this well by pulling down, and then blue's probably thinking of a seoi nage, to be honest, and then comes in with the osoto, so using that cross lapel. Next up, blue here, he goes in for a yagura nage, but just white, he had the forward momentum. He's also the taller judoka, so that makes it harder as well. And the Italian just didn't go in the right direction, didn't execute well enough. If you know Triple from Germany, he's got a great yagura nage, but just didn't execute. Looked like the leg actually got hooked there a little bit. So unfortunate for the Italian, but great counter there. Right, this one's really high level by white. The cross step, and then usually when you do that cross step, you're looking for an ashiguruma, but he turns it into an ouchigari. That's some high level stuff. Let's have a look at that again. So off the grip break, goes for the double cross lapel, drops down, turns it into an ouchigari, and then just pushes through. That's some high level stuff by the Russian. Alright guys, now I've got a theory about this one. So white goes in, and blue, it looks like blue's trying to escape. But because he escaped and failed and landed flat on his back, I think it would have been a wazari if he just rolled with it. but because he tried to escape here, it ended up being an ippon. So blue, I think he kind of shot himself in the foot there. Right, next up, this is a classic definition of what it's called to run with the throw. So jumping down and then standing up and kind of running underneath your opponent. You're most likely going to beat them. You're most likely going to beat them. I mean, they're pretty much on your back and you're running underneath them. You've got the grips. You just got to stay balanced and keep going in that direction. You'll eventually get it. A couple of great examples, Abe versus Maruyama. You have to go through and have a look at those, but lots of running from Abe underneath Maruyama. And I love this kataguruma. It's kind of a mix of a foot sweep, a kosoto. It's like they go in for the kosoto and then just drop down for the kataguruma. Another classic, ippon seoi nage here by the Frenchman. And good technique of choice for him. He's small and short for the division, so if you're not doing this technique and you've got those attributes, might be something wrong with your technique selection. And this one, this is really nice. So as blue goes for the overhand grip, he's dropping down in that direction and just tapping the foot. Next up, one of my favorite judoka of recent times, Adamian. And he's just so strong. He is so strong. And he loves his uranage. And he's got a really, really nice kosoto as well, which is at the end of this video. But just look at him. And I love it how he sets himself up too. He sets and then he just launches. So much power. And this is so well done. This is really nice. Goes in for, I mean, it looks like he's positioned for an uchimata, but he's doing like a tai otoshi. Just the way Blue's leg, maybe Blue tried to defend it and his left thigh got in the way, but really, really nicely done. And I love these kosotos here, so left versus right, and you're kind of fighting the sleeve, but he's like, screw this battle, I'm just going to wrap my hand around you. So it's not a bear hug because he's got the one grip already. Catalania now from the Netherlands, and Catalania has some real power in his seoi nages, and the way he steps over, that's really well done. We're going to see it again. We're going to see it again. Aha, fooled ya! He gets picked up this time. So he goes over the top. He goes over the top, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of grip and go osoto with arm over the top. Because people are going to do this to you. You're going to be really skillful about that if you're going to try that. And look who it is. Previous Olympic champion, but no longer wearing that gold back patch because we have a new king, a set of new kings from the Olympics. But nevertheless, he's doing a good job showing us his real classy judo, as always. Lovely seoi otoshi there. A little bit like Iliadis. Different grips, but still very, very similar. Big boys now, and I love a bit of big boy judo. Look at that. That's like a freight train. You ain't stopping that. And here's some more now. Lovely bit of ashiwaza in the heavyweights. And I love that elbow on the inside, really securing the takedown, making it into an ippon. And the little brush off, trying to break the grip, and then changing directions. And who said I don't put women's judo in my videos? Come on, I've got one here. And I'll be honest, I prepared more, but I lost the footage, and I don't know where it went, so I'm sorry, maybe it's a curse, but I will put more women's judo in my videos, I promise. Big ippon seoi nage, and you don't see this much at the heavyweights. You don't see big boys dropping down there, and you don't see them doing it this fast. So that's really well done. And if you're still here, if you're still watching this video, 15 minutes in, subscribe. Like the video. Help me out. You know how many people watch my videos hundreds and hundreds of times over but don't subscribe? It's ridiculous. Lovely ouchigari here. And changes directions twice. So really well done. And here he is again, Adamian. So he has this big powerful uranage but a nice kind of technical kosoto. So he's mixing it up well. Most people would try to go behind and, you know, pick him up, but he's just staying true to it. Good direction, good balance breaking. And I love his passion. He's so passionate. Alright, last ippon here, guys. So like, subscribe, and I will see you shortly. We're going to do Paris Grand Slam, and there'll be heaps of videos for that as I get back into the swing of things. So see you guys later. Peace out.